Hi everybody, my name is Gala and I'm an artist and a mother and a teacher and a disabled person. And one of my disabilities is chronic depression. And why am I chronically depressed? Well, I mean, it's off and on again. I'm actually very happy most of the time, but when it hits, it hits. So why am I depressed? Oh, well, I have complex trauma, complex CPTSD. And I'm talking about the ACEs questionnaire. So the Adverse Childhood Experiences questionnaire that helps to diagnose complex PTSD or childhood PTSD. So the second question on the questionnaire asks, did you lose a parent through divorce, death, or some other reason? And yes, I answer yes to that question as well. I did lose a parent to jail. My father was sent to jail when I was 3 and a bit years old, and it was very traumatic for me. It took me some time to be able to express as a child, like, my question, which was like, where's my dad? Now, the reason it was so traumatic and not just simply an event that happened that we dealt with then was there was no talking about it. There was no way to express my feelings about it, and my feelings were complex about it, and I was too young to be able to be ambivalent. On the one hand, things were more peaceful when he wasn't around, and on the other hand, he was my favorite parent. He was my primary attachment figure. He took care of me when I was a little baby and my mom went to work. So losing him to prison was really awful, and things were never the same. When he came back 2 years later, it took me time to get used to him again, and I didn't have the same feeling of attachment. That attachment was broken, and I had a very difficult time readjusting to his presence. Maybe because he wasn't really available, because when he came back, he had the opportunity to re-engage in his drug addiction, and so that's what he did, and it made life very chaotic. So there was continued trauma from that. All right, so that is the second question of the ACEs questionnaire. Did you lose a parent for any reason at all, including death or divorce? And, a lot of us can answer yes to that one. Okay, so I hope you're doing well, and some comments on the previous video on question number 1 reminds me to remind you that trauma is nothing to be sneezed at, and the best way forward is with a skilled and competent therapist that you connect with. They can be all skilled and competent and you don't connect with them, and then it's not going to make a difference. It's like looking into your trauma alone is a dangerous thing to do. I did it years ago when I was trying to complete my PhD, and I wanted to write about my trauma, and I was very alone in that process, and it was re-traumatizing. So don't do that. Although if you do, I understand and I forgive you, and you're going to forgive yourself eventually. And I understand. Okay. So I hope you're doing well, and I hope that you have a wonderful day, and I will see you again pretty soon with the third question of the questionnaire. All right. Bye now.